Today on Broncos Actually, we're joined by double alumna Aleisha Nelson, who turned her passion into art by Aleisha. So, how did it all begin?
My friends would come over. Instead of asking about other little things, it was always about the map. I would be like, oh, I made it. Like, I can make you one of Seattle. I can make you one of wherever. And I just started doing it for my close friends. And then they started putting them up in their apartments around campus. And then I think their friends started asking. So then I created an Instagram account, which felt really weird because you feel weird advertising yourself. You feel like it's like, look at me. But I just did it. You kind of have to get over that. I followed all of my friends in Santa Clara. It just kind of like snowballed from there, I think.
Tell me about the SCU maps you've created.
I remember by senior year, I had painted like a watercolor picture of the Mission Church. I made a post about, hey, seniors, if you're graduating and you want like a painting of the Mission Church, I'm selling these prints.
How do you empathize with your clients?
I'm constantly thinking about, is that an easy way for someone to buy a customized map? It took about 2 years to refine this because I had a lot of learning through not asking the right questions and having people maybe get upset. Not upset, but like the map maybe wasn't what they were expecting. A lot of the times they just love it no matter what. But sometimes it's, oh, I was thinking it would cover this other area. So now my strategy is I will ask you to give me a screenshot from either Google or Apple Maps of the area that you want me to cover. And if it's a major city, I can typically do that research on my own, but I get a lot of requests for rural areas or someone who lives in Newport Beach, but that's not LA necessarily. So they want it more just of Newport Beach, not like an LA map with Newport marked on it. I'll have them send me a screenshot of the area that they want covered, and that'll show me how zoomed in or zoomed out of the area that they want. And then I paint them in any color that people want. So I'll ask them for either examples if they've seen it, photos on my Instagram, or to just describe the color to me. And then I ask them for a bullet pointed list of the places that are most special to them. That could be like a wedding venue or a home address or a restaurant, landmark, anything that is memorable in that area for them. And then I even let them tell me how they want that to be labeled. Some people want it to be a little illustration of their house. Some people just want it to be a heart, or they'll want me to draw like engagement rings where, he proposed or something. Once I kind of have how zoomed in you want it, the spots you want marked, and I'll ask for neighborhood names that are important because I don't know the areas as well as the person who's from there does. So I'll take all the help I can get. And then I just kind of sit down and I try to look at real estate maps to see like where the neighborhood outlines are. I'll use those lines to create my design. But then after that, I go with what I'm thinking. If there's a huge open space, I'll maybe break that up into a few different sections.
How do you connect with your clients?
I have started taking more phone calls, but I would say 90% is just over email. Typically, I can get the information that I need through just an email chain or having them fill out a form. But sometimes I'll get very specific requests or just of an area that I'm super unfamiliar with, places on the other half of the world.
What are some of your most memorable maps?
One time I had someone ask me to make a map of all the dig sites. Her brother was like an archaeologist. Another one was like a bird watching sanctuary. You can make a map of, anything really. It's cool when it's obscure but so meaningful for the person.
What does entrepreneurial mindset mean to you?
One, having the drive to make it happen, because anything you're going to be an entrepreneur for is going to require a lot of time. You have to be willing to like sacrifice other things for that, hopefully because you love it that much. Two, having the mindset of wanting to take risks on things. There's so many things that could just never work out. There's no way to know for sure that something's going to work. So you have to have a mindset that you're okay with that. I think that's been very true for me. I have like a personal goal each year that I have to try 2 things that might cost a lot of money, but I have to try them in case they work, right? Like participating in a craft fair was once like a goal of mine, and that cost $750 here in San Francisco to participate in it. That's a lot of money when you don't know if you're going to make it back.
What's something unique you've done in the pandemic?
I think because it was quarantine and, we're all kind of stuck inside, I just started saying yes to things that I normally wouldn't have. I painted a mural in Minnesota, like a huge mural on the third story of a building on the outside of it. I'm YouTubing how to paint a mural. And I had already signed the paper, and I'm like, have to do it. That is something that had always been on my list.
Thanks, Aleisha. Everyone, be sure to subscribe and check out our next video.